What's going on YouTube? This is Jeffman316, your pop culture reporter, and I wanted to do a little intro video, introduction to me and my channel. I've already posted a couple of videos on this channel, but I figured that I could put some links at the end of those, and anybody for the time being, I could link to this intro video and people would understand what kind of channel that I'm trying to start and create here, at least for the time being. So let's get started with my name. Jeffman316 came from my love of the movie Batman from 1989, actually. So I love that movie so much, waiting in line to see it. I remember just like it was yesterday. And afterwards, I decided I wanted to get a personalized plate. And I was like, what could it be? Could it be something related to my name, something Batman? And a friend of mine actually came up and said, why don't you put Jeffman on there? You like Batman, you could be known as Jeffman. So I did. And then that kind of stuck for a while. And then when the internet got popular and I signed up for email accounts like on Gmail and Yahoo and AOL, I needed to add a number, obviously, because somebody, I think, had Jeffman. So at the time, I was really into wrestling, and one of the most popular people was Stone Cold Steve Austin. So I threw a 316 on the end of that, and it stuck. Nobody had that. So Jeffman316 or Jeffman316 was born. So let's go over maybe just a couple of my hobbies and or likes. One of the things that I love, if you maybe can tell already from this channel, are movies. I collect movies. I watch a lot of movies, and if I had to pick a subgenre that would be my favorite, it would be horror movies. I've always loved horror movies, I guess because I was a child of the late 70s, early 80s. Grew up watching horror movies like Halloween, Friday the 13th, and just a lot of the staple horror movies from the 80s, and that's continued. I think it's because I was also taking art in school, and I love to figure out how they make things. So I got into the special effects and reading that, and the internet was new, and watching a lot of videos from like people like Tom Savini and things, trying to figure out how the makeup was done. So that's I think one of the reasons I like horror movies. Like I said, I watch wrestling. I used to watch it a lot more back during the Attitude Era or the Ruthless Aggression Era. I still watch it today. I like wrestlers like Asuka, Sasha Banks, AJ Styles, people like that are wrestling today that can have really good matches. I guess I'm getting older, so I really like the actual wrestling. The storylines don't mean as much because obviously now I know that wrestling is fake. So with that being said, one of the last things that I would say that I like are toys. I collect action figures, whether it be like wrestling figures or vintage figures. I really have a lot of my old original toys from when I was a child. I have all of my original Star Wars figures. Most of them are in really good shape. The one or two that weren't, I've replaced over the years with the same vintage figure that they had damage. I'm obviously missing probably some of the parts, but I think I did a good job of taking care of those toys. I got into Masters of the Universe there for a little while and collected some of those, so I have all of those. I really got, obviously, like I said, into wrestling, so I started collecting some vintage wrestling figures. I've got some AWA figures, a pretty decent collection of those. When I was younger, I really liked DC, so I collected Superpowers figures. I don't know if you know what those were, but to me those were awesome. They blew Marvel's figures. I think they called them Secret Origins back in the day, out of the water. And now, obviously, now everything's Marvel. They've taken over. They've got the better movies, the longer franchises now. I did like Marvel when I was a kid because I guess you consider I loved the Incredible Hulk TV series with Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno. So the type of movies that I like. Like I said, I like horror movies. So some of my most favorite movies are horror. Now I'll tell you what my top 2 favorite movies of all time. Doesn't matter what the genre you're considering. If I was going to give my top 2 movies, whether you're talking horror or not, I'd give you the same 2. My all-time favorite movie, hands down, Jaws. I love everything about that movie. I want to really do a review of that on this channel. I know I'm never going to do it justice. I don't want to do a disservice to it. But then I was thinking, I want to talk about things I like, so I'm going to maybe just make a video of the things I like about it, the parts I like, why I like it. And then if the channel grows and I keep going, I can always do a revisit video and come back and tell everybody, everything I like about Jaws later. My second favorite movie, like I said, it would be on any list, no matter what genre, is Halloween. John Carpenter's original Halloween. I love everything about that movie, and the reasons that I like both of those are similar. And I'll get into those, like I said, maybe in another video. If you want to go down some older movies, I really love 80s comedies. So I was big into the National Lampoon's Animal House, Vacation, movies like that. A lot of movies with Chevy Chase, in them when he was younger. Caddyshack, I love Caddyshack. Some newer movies, one of my favorite directors is Quentin Tarantino. I love Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction. Those are two of my all-time favorite movies. I love the movie The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing. I think that's awesome. Some newer movies that I like, let's say I like Goodfellas. That's not a horror movie, but I love Goodfellas. I love these are horror movies though. I love Sinister. The second one, not so much. It Follows has been one of my favorite movies over the last couple of years. I just can't get enough of that. I love everything about that movie as well. If I had to do some of the more recent movies, those are probably horror as well. I think my two favorite are from Ari Aster. Hereditary is outstanding, and I didn't know that he would make a better movie. I think Midsommar is just as good. I don't know why I'm kind of obsessed with that movie. I watch it every once in a while, just in the background. I love the music. I think Florence Pugh did an outstanding job. Just love everything about that movie. That'll probably be another movie that I review on this channel, and you'll find out, more reasons why I like it. So those are the kind of movies I like. One day maybe I'll try to do a top 10. I doubt it. It's just too many movies to go over, but I might give it a shot. Sports. I don't watch a lot of sports, but I guess if I had to say my two favorite things to watch sports related are football, NFL, and I like the Dallas Cowboys. I naturally pause there to give everybody time to laugh and get over it before we continue. They suck right now. I know they do, and we've been waiting to win another championship for the last 25 years. I've been a fan of them since I was a kid, so was my father. Don't think that I'll end up dumping the team. I'm just always going to like them, whether they're good, bad, or indifferent. By other sports franchise that I like are actually doing a better job than the Cowboys. I love the Los Angeles Lakers. I always have. I grew up watching them. I love Magic Johnson, Byron Scott, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, James Worthy. All those guys, love them. I love Kobe Bryant. Love those teams that he took to the finals. And then my son loves LeBron James, so I've naturally just kept going, and I love that team. I think they've done some great things, and hopefully we're on the verge of winning another title and can tie the Boston Celtics. So if I had to pick a baseball team, I don't watch a lot of baseball. It would probably be the Dodgers. That's just because my grandfather liked the Brooklyn Dodgers and my dad liked the Dodgers, and then so that's who I watched growing up. Once again, they're in a drought too, and hopefully they're going to win a championship soon. So those are some of the things that I like. These type of topics will be the things that I talk about on the channel. As you can see, they're pop culture related. So if you like any of the ideas and topics and things that I brought up, go ahead and do me a favor and like this video. Subscribe to it. Leave any comments below. Do you like any of the things that I like? Do you hate any of the things that I mentioned? Do you like any of the movies that I mentioned? Do you like any of the sports teams that I mentioned? Any of the toy lines that I mentioned? And then hit the notification button, and I'm going to try to post a couple videos every week, and if not, at least maybe half a dozen a month. I'm going to slowly start the channel, and hopefully it'll get a slow build, and then over time maybe this can grow. And then obviously my videos are not the greatest at the beginning, but hopefully they'll improve as well. I'm going to go ahead and post some of my other information, like my eBay account. I do a lot of custom action figures. That's one of my hobbies. I guess I didn't mention that, but because it kind of relates to toys. So sell some of those things on the side just to have it as a stress reliever to make them. And also I like being able to make custom things that other people enjoy and are willing to pay for. So I'll leave my eBay information there. I take photos of a lot of the stuff I make and a lot of the movies I watch. So as this channel grows, maybe my Instagram and Twitter will grow. So I'll put the link to that. I'm Jeffman316 on both of those. So I appreciate you watching this video, and like I said, doing all the normal YouTube stuff. And this is Jeffman316, your pop culture reporter, signing out, and you guys be safe out there.